Let's face it, love and relationships can feel like a high-stakes game. Have you ever felt like you're giving your all to someone, yet they seem just a step out of reach? Or maybe you've spent countless nights refreshing your phone, hoping for a text, wondering if you're on his mind as much as he's on yours. It's a frustrating, exhausting cycle, isn't it? Here's the problem: we've been conditioned to think that the only way to make someone miss us is by playing games, being unavailable, or bending over backward for their attention. But what if the key to being unforgettable wasn't about them at all? What if it was about you, your strength, your presence, and your energy? This isn't about superficial tricks, it's about transformation. The solution? Enter the timeless philosophy of Stoicism, specifically what I like to call dark Stoic psychology. These principles aren't about manipulation, but about tapping into your inner power to become the kind of woman he can't stop thinking about. When you embody Stoicism, you radiate self-sufficiency, confidence, and grace, the kind of qualities that linger in his mind long after you're gone. So what are these secrets? Today, I'll walk you through 4 life-changing principles that, when applied, will not only help you thrive, but also make him miss you in ways you never imagined. Stick with me until the end, because the final principle ties everything together in a way that will blow your mind. Let's dive into the first, and perhaps the most empowering principle. 1. Cultivate independence and emotional resilience. Here's a question for you. When was the last time you truly felt in control of your emotions? I'm not talking about suppressing your feelings or pretending they don't exist, but genuinely holding the reins. Emotional resilience isn't just about getting over it. It's about acknowledging your feelings, understanding them, and deciding, yes, deciding, how they'll affect you. Imagine this. You're waiting for his call or message, and when it doesn't come, the familiar waves of doubt and insecurity creep in. Sound familiar? What if, instead of spiraling into overthinking, you shrugged it off, went about your day, and poured your energy into something that genuinely makes you happy? That's what emotional independence looks like, and it's intoxicating. Men are naturally drawn to women who exude calmness and confidence, especially under pressure. Why? Because it signals strength and stability, a quiet assurance that you're not relying on anyone else to validate your worth. When you embody this kind of energy, he'll start to notice the difference. He'll wonder why you're not chasing after his attention like others might. And the best part, it's not a game, it's who you are. Stoicism teaches us that while we can't control what happens to us, we can control how we respond. This concept is at the heart of dark Stoic psychology, where the real power lies in mastering your inner world. Think about it. What if you could respond to life's ups and downs with poise and grace, instead of being tossed around by emotions? This isn't about shutting off your feelings. It's about training yourself to view challenges as opportunities for growth. Let's break it down with a practical example. Say he cancels plans at the last minute. Most people might react with frustration or passive aggressiveness, right? Instead, imagine calmly responding with, "No worries, let's reschedule." Then you go ahead and enjoy your evening. Maybe you pick up that book you've been meaning to read or call a friend for a laugh. This reaction is powerful. Why? Because it sends a subtle yet undeniable message. I value myself, and my happiness doesn't depend on you. Trust me, he'll notice. There's a magnetic allure in being self-contained, when you're not overly reactive or needy. Independence, after all, doesn't mean being distant or unavailable. It means being secure enough to care deeply without losing yourself in the process. It's about living your life fully, with or without him. Now here's a tip to start building emotional resilience. Practice gratitude daily. Yes, it sounds simple, but this small habit rewires your brain to focus on what you do have, rather than what you're missing. Write down 3 things you're grateful for each morning. Over time, this shifts your perspective and builds an unshakable sense of contentment that no external factor can take away. Emotional independence isn't just attractive, it's liberating. When you master this principle, you'll find that you no longer need to chase anyone's attention. Instead, you'll draw them in effortlessly. And isn't that the ultimate power? But this is just the beginning. Next, we'll dive into a principle that takes your allure to the next level, prioritizing your own growth over external validation. Stick around, you won't want to miss this. 2. Prioritize self-growth over validation. Here's a thought. How often do you catch yourself looking for signs of approval from others? Maybe you're checking his social media for clues about what he's up to, or replaying conversations in your head, wondering if you said the right thing. Sound familiar? You're not alone. We've all been conditioned to believe that our value lies in how others see us. But what if I told you that true attraction, the kind that makes someone miss you deeply, starts with one simple but profound shift? Stop seeking his validation and start focusing on your own growth. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine a woman who is completely in love with her life, not because someone else has made it perfect, but because she has invested in herself. She's pursuing her passions, learning new skills, and living authentically. She doesn't anxiously wait for someone to notice her. She's too busy noticing the beauty in her own journey. Now, let me ask you this. Wouldn't you miss someone like that? Wouldn't you be drawn to her energy, her self-assurance, her spark? This is where Stoicism offers a profound insight. It teaches us that our happiness doesn't depend on external factors, whether that's someone's opinion, attention, or approval. Instead, it's rooted in what we can control: our actions, our choices, and our growth. This isn't about cutting yourself off from others or pretending you don't care. It's about creating a life so fulfilling and rich that it doesn't revolve around someone else's validation. Think about it. How much time and energy have you spent hoping he'll notice you, miss you, or reach out to you? What if you redirected all that energy into yourself instead? Start learning a new language, take up painting, or join a dance class you've always wanted to try. When you pour your heart into self-growth, two things happen. First, you become genuinely happier and more fulfilled. And second, you become infinitely more attractive. People are naturally drawn to those who radiate passion and confidence. Here's the paradox. The less you chase someone's attention, the more likely they are to notice you. When you prioritize yourself, you send a powerful message. I'm whole and complete on my own. This kind of energy is magnetic. It creates curiosity and respect. He'll start to wonder what shifted, why you're glowing in ways he can't quite put his finger on. But let's not forget, this isn't about playing hard to get or using reverse psychology. It's about genuinely becoming the best version of yourself. When you focus on your growth, you're not only more appealing to him, but also to yourself. You'll wake up every morning feeling excited about your life, not because of him, but because of you. Let me share a practical tip. Write down one goal that excites you but that you've been putting off. Maybe it's something small, like running a 5,000, or something bigger, like starting your own business. Whatever it is, commit to taking one step toward that goal today. Each step you take is a reminder that your life is in your hands, and that's incredibly empowering. This principle ties beautifully into what I call dark Stoic psychology. It's not about manipulating others or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about harnessing the wisdom of Stoicism to build a life that's magnetic and irresistible. When you commit to your growth, you're not just making yourself unforgettable to him, you're making yourself unforgettable to you. So let's turn the spotlight back to you. What's one area of your life you'd love to grow in? Is it your career, your health, your creativity? Share it in the comments. I'd love to hear what you're working toward. And if this resonates with you, don't forget to hit that like button. It's a small action, but it tells me you're ready to embrace this transformative journey. There's so much more to uncover. In the next part, we'll dive into how to create a meaningful existence that not only deepens your self-worth, but also makes you absolutely unforgettable. Stay with me. This next principle will shift your entire perspective. 3. Develop a meaningful existence. Let me ask you something. What makes your life meaningful? Is it the people around you, your achievements, or perhaps the little things that bring you joy? Now imagine living a life so deeply connected to your values, so full of purpose, that every day feels significant, whether or not someone else is there to witness it. That's the kind of life Stoicism invites you to cultivate. And it's one of the most powerful ways to make him miss you profoundly. You see, we often believe that being missed hinges on our ability to stand out or impress someone. But here's the truth. The people we truly miss are those who bring something deeper to the table, those who live with intention, who are aligned with their purpose, and who inspire us simply by being themselves. When you live a life that's rich in meaning, you become that person. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what's truly important, to let go of superficial pursuits, and to align our lives with our core values. This isn't just about becoming more attractive, it's about becoming more you. When you strip away the noise of societal expectations, money, status, appearance, you're left with what truly matters. Your character, your passions, your contribution to the world. Now let's talk about what this looks like in practice. Living a meaningful existence doesn't mean you have to quit your job and move to a mountaintop to meditate. It's about finding purpose in both the big and small moments. Maybe it's in the way you show up for your friends, the kindness you extend to strangers, or the dedication you bring to a project you care about. When you live with intention, everything you do carries a sense of depth and authenticity. Consider the Stoic perspective on external achievements. While it's fine to enjoy success or recognition, the Stoics remind us that these things are fleeting. What truly lasts is the legacy of how we lived, how we treated others, the values we upheld, and the difference we made. By focusing on this, you naturally shift your energy toward what truly matters, and that shift is magnetic. Now, here's where dark Stoic psychology comes into play. When you live with purpose, you're no longer chasing validation from anyone else, not even him. Instead, you're focused on something greater, living a life that feels deeply satisfying to you. This creates a paradox. The less you need someone else to complete you, the more they'll be drawn to you. Why? Because they see in you something they want, a sense of fulfillment and self-assurance that's rare and irresistible. Imagine this. He watches as you light up when talking about your passions. He sees how you navigate life with grace and purpose, even when things don't go as planned. It's not about being perfect, it's about being grounded in what truly matters to you. This kind of authenticity sticks with people. It lingers in their minds long after you've left the room. But let's not sugarcoat it. Living a meaningful life takes effort. It requires you to pause and reflect on what truly matters to you. What are the values that guide your decisions? What are the passions that make you feel alive? And are you living in alignment with them? These aren't easy questions, but they're essential if you want to build a life that's rich in purpose and unforgettable to others. One way to start is by journaling. Write down your core values: honesty, kindness, courage, creativity, or whatever resonates with you. Then ask yourself, are my daily actions reflecting these values? If not, what small changes can I make to live more authentically? This process not only deepens your connection to yourself, but also helps you show up in the world in a way that's uniquely you. Another powerful practice is gratitude. Yes, it's simple, but it's transformative. Take a moment each day to reflect on what you're grateful for, whether it's a supportive friend, a sunny afternoon, or a project that excites you. Gratitude shifts your focus away from what's missing and toward what's already abundant in your life. This mindset is at the heart of Stoicism and helps you find joy in the present moment, no matter the circumstances. Living a meaningful existence isn't just about impressing him or anyone else. It's about living fully, with or without someone by your side. But here's the beauty of it. When you align with your purpose, when you bring meaning to your actions and your interactions, you naturally become unforgettable. He'll start to miss not just your presence, but the light and inspiration you bring into his life. This principle is the backbone of Stoicism. It's about embracing the journey of self-discovery and making every moment count. You'll not only create a life you're proud of, but you'll also become someone whose absence is deeply felt. And isn't that the ultimate goal? Not to chase, but to be missed. Stay tuned, because in the final principle, we'll tie everything together by exploring the art of letting go, a skill that will take your inner peace and magnetic energy to the next level. 4. Release the desire to control. Let's get real. How much of your time and energy is spent trying to control things that are completely outside of your reach? Be honest. Do you find yourself replaying conversations, strategizing responses, or overthinking his every move? It's exhausting, isn't it? But what if you could let go of all that and find a sense of calm that's unshakable? A calm so powerful it draws people toward you effortlessly. This is where Stoicism, particularly what I call dark Stoic Stoic, offers a transformative solution. One of its most profound teachings is the ability to release the desire to control. It's a principle that not only gives you peace, but also creates an aura of strength and mystery, qualities that make you unforgettable. When you stop trying to control him, his thoughts, actions, or feelings, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and unlock a version of yourself that's more magnetic than ever. Let's unpack this idea. The desire to control stems from fear of losing someone, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. And yet the irony is that the harder we try to control someone, the more likely we are to push them away. Why? Because control stifles freedom, and freedom is essential in any meaningful relationship. By releasing this need, you're not giving up. You're stepping into your power. You're saying, I trust myself enough to handle whatever comes my way. Stoicism reminds us that while we can't control the actions or feelings of others, we can control our inner world, our thoughts, our choices, and our reactions. This distinction is life-changing. Imagine pouring all the energy you once spent trying to decode his behavior into something productive, like nurturing your own passions or developing new skills. Not only does this make you feel more empowered, but it also changes the dynamic between you and him. Here's an example. Let's say he doesn't text you back right away. Instead of spiraling into overthinking, did I say something wrong? Is he losing interest? You pause, take a deep breath, and remind yourself that his actions are beyond your control. What's within your control is how you choose to spend your time in that moment. You could pick up a book, go for a run, or dive into a project that excites you. This simple act of redirecting your energy sends a powerful message. I value myself and my time. When you let go of the need to control, you create space for something magical to happen. You become unpredictable in the best way. He'll start to notice that you're not clinging, not waiting on his every word. This unpredictability creates curiosity. It makes him wonder, what's she up to? Why isn't she reacting the way I expected? And curiosity is the first step to being missed. But let's go deeper. The practice of letting go isn't just about relationships, it's a way of life. Stoicism teaches us to embrace the natural flow of events, to understand that life is full of uncertainties, and that true strength comes from adapting to them with grace. This doesn't mean you stop caring, it means you stop clinging to outcomes you can't control. Think about this. How many times have you poured your heart into something, only to be disappointed because it didn't turn out the way you hoped? Now imagine putting that same effort into something but detaching from the outcome. You still give your best, but you're at peace with whatever happens. This is the essence of Stoicism. It's not about passivity, it's about focusing on what's truly within your power. Here's a practical exercise to help you start releasing control. Take a moment to list 3 things that are currently causing you stress. For each one, ask yourself, is this something I can directly influence? If the answer is no, commit to letting it go. If the answer is yes, focus only on the actions you can take, not the outcome. This small shift in mindset can have a profound impact on your sense of calm and clarity. And here's the beauty of it. When you embody this principle, you naturally become more resilient, adaptable, and attractive. People, including him, are drawn to those who exude inner peace because it's rare and it's powerful. You're no longer playing the game of trying to win someone's affection. Instead, you're creating a life that's so rich and fulfilling that others can't help but be drawn to you. This principle also teaches us to find meaning in every situation, even the challenging ones. Did he disappoint you? Consider it a chance to practice patience. Did something not go as planned? See it as an opportunity to grow. By viewing life this way, you not only become more resilient but also more grounded. And that grounding is irresistible. Ultimately, releasing the desire to control is about reclaiming your power. It's about saying, I trust myself to handle whatever comes my way, and I don't need to cling to anyone or anything for my happiness. This mindset is liberating, and it transforms the way you show up in the world. It's the kind of confidence and serenity that lingers in someone's mind, making them miss not just you, but the unique sense of peace and strength you bring into their life. Now that we've explored all 4 principles, take a moment to reflect on how these teachings of Stoicism can reshape your life. Together, they create a powerful framework for becoming the kind of person who is not only missed but truly unforgettable. Your journey doesn't end here. It begins with how you choose to integrate these insights into your everyday life. Let him miss you, yes, but more importantly, let yourself thrive. And there you have it, the 4 Stoic principles that, when fully embraced, can transform the way you approach love, relationships, and life itself. These aren't just strategies to make him miss you, they are profound shifts in how you see yourself and the world. By cultivating emotional independence, prioritizing your own growth, living a meaningful existence, and letting go of the need to control, you become more than just someone to miss, you become unforgettable. Imagine the version of yourself who wakes up each morning excited for the day ahead, no longer weighed down by the need for validation. You're no longer playing guessing games or chasing someone else's attention. Instead, you're focused on living a life that feels authentic and deeply fulfilling. That's the power of Stoicism. It doesn't just make you more attractive, it makes you unstoppable. When you live by these principles, you'll find that people, not just him, are drawn to you naturally. The way you carry yourself, the way you handle life's ups and downs with calm and poise, and the way you shine with confidence and purpose, it's captivating. But here's the most important takeaway. This journey isn't just about him missing you. It's about you rediscovering your power, your worth, and your joy. The greatest love story you'll ever live is the one you write with yourself. And when you truly embody that love, it radiates outward, transforming every connection you have. What's next for you? Start small. Pick one of these principles and commit to practicing it daily. Notice how it shifts your perspective, your energy, and even how others respond to you. Share your thoughts, challenges, or victories as you apply these ideas. Remember, growth is a journey, not a destination, and every step forward counts. Thank you for joining me on this transformative journey through Stoicism and dark Stoic psychology. If this video inspired you or gave you a fresh perspective, I encourage you to share it with someone who might need it. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights on creating a life of strength, peace, and magnetic energy. Until next time, remember, you are the architect of your happiness, the keeper of your peace, and the source of your own power. Here's to living a life that's not just unforgettable, but truly extraordinary. Stay strong, stay radiant, and I'll see you in the next video.